Alright, let's jump into this draft. Oh, I did make one more last minute change to the deck since the last video. I removed the Unpredictable Outlaw, which is pretty bad in this deck actually. I'm surprised I didn't see that. And I added the Stampede Driver back in for a little bit of more of a late game punch. So let's go! Okay, this is my first opponent. No 2-drops, and I got my Splash Shadow Sigil. Seems pretty poor. Let's redraw this. The fact that I can't play anything in my hand is pretty dangerous. Yep, this is a significantly better hand. At least I have 2 power and 2 cards that I can play. And hopefully if this Yeti gets a hit in, we can scout and get more power. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna start off with a Fearless Yeti, and we are gonna attack into his Initiates. Initiate's pretty good if you have it in your opening hand. Ooh, this is massive ramp. Up to 4 already? My opponent has access to 4 power when I have access to 1. That's kind of disgusting. Alright. He doubled my power access in the first 2 turns. That's very frightening. The good thing is he's not doing anything with that extra power. If he played a 4... Oh, he's actually kind of influence screwed. A lot of the good 4-drops in time requires double time, like the dinosaurs, for example. Yeah, I'm very gladly make this trade here. I'll trade with any one of his units. All of those units are better than my Yeti here. Yes, that's perfect. Alright. I'm actually really surprised that my opponent killed his Nocturnal Creeper, which is a very good blocker, where he doesn't seem to have a way to use his power, so there's no reason why not trading off one of your power sources here. Yeah, very gladly make this trade. My unit is significantly worse than either of his. That's unfortunate. The question is, do I want to blow a mortar on a 2-3? Either way, it's not amazing for me. No, I'm not going to waste a mortar on this. This card isn't good enough to be saved. It trades with basically anything in his deck, and this is a premium removal spell, and that is not something I want to waste it on, so I'd rather just throw away the Blink Wolf there. Yeah, I get hit for 1 in the air, which is fine. Wow, +1/+1 and Overwhelm. The scary thing is my opponent did nothing with 6 power. I'm like pretty confident he has a trick. So one option was to play the Steed Driver, giving this making this a 5/6 Overwhelm, which, so if he has a Finest Hour, this becomes a 5/6. So it kills it. If he double blocks in Finest Hour, he kills my Torgoth. But this way I attack, and if anything weird happens, I mortar him. Oh, he just doesn't block. Alright. That's amazing. I'll just discard this extra sigil here. Play the Cyclops, get a snowball out of the deal. I'm not even sure I care about killing the Initiate of the Sands. He has 6 power and he's not doing anything with it. I'm not even sure that he needs it. But whatever, let's just go ahead and do it. I don't have any other better targets right now. I have no idea if there's gonna be any better targets in his deck. Perhaps if he plays another Nocturnal Creeper, I'll be pretty sad about it, but this doesn't seem bad. One of the reasons is, if he doesn't have anything to do on 6 power, if I killed it, this turn he has access to 6 power again, so if he has nothing to do last turn, chances are he has nothing to do this turn, right? So that seems pretty safe. Let's just swing in with both of these. I'll trade this for... Well, actually, I don't want to trade it for one of those units. Those units are not very good. Do I want to trade it for one of these? That doesn't seem good. I guess I'll attack. If he offers the trade, I guess I'll just mortar one of them so I can kill both his units. Oh. This color combination does not have direct damage spells. So when the icon here says fight, it means that my opponent does not have a fast spell. So there's no tricks. I don't think anything can go wrong here. I don't have a Yeti, so this is not flying. Let's just play this and go ahead and kill his 1/2. It's a free kill. I do have some pretty crazy bombs. I played Tarkov and I played a legendary Molten Fist. I can see why my opponent is going. Are you kidding me? Uh, yeah, let's just do that. Hit him for a crap ton of damage here. My opponent is actually dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Because I can do 6 points of burn to him right now. My opponent didn't play anything. I honestly think his entire hand is just double time cards, like the 6/5 dinosaurs, the 4/4 dinosaurs. Everything in his hand must be double time. Because otherwise, there's no way he has a deck full of 8 drops, right? Another example how I highly suspect is a faction color screw issue. Another example of variance. And that actually explains why I pick banners and color fixing and seek powers so highly in all of my drafts. I don't want that to happen to me. Alright, we're at game number 2. No blue, but I do have a turn 2 play and a turn 3 play. Presumably I'll draw into one of my 9 or 10 blue sources by the time I need them. This seems okay. Yeah, this seems fine. I have a pretty high chance of getting into blue. It's like, I don't know, 25% every draw. So, seems alright. And I don't need to play this in turn 4. I don't need to play this in turn... I mean, turn 6 is a long ways off, so... Let my opponent think that I'm playing Stone Scar here. Look at this little cute wolf. Oh, geez, that thing is weird. Oh, there you go. There's the blue that I need. This card is really strong. I think I'm just gonna make him an offer here that he cannot refuse. No, he can refuse. He's gonna take this. He's not gonna block. His unit is significantly better than my 4/1 here. Because the 4/1 gets blocked by anything, so if he plays any kind of ground unit, no matter how bad they are, they will block the Blink Wolf. Jeez. That is a strong opener. Oh, jeez. I think I just kill this because I really don't want him to pick up those Warcry triggers. I know that I can trade 2 cards for his Steward here, but I think it's better to kill the Warcry trigger here. Too many Warcry can definitely destroy you. Sure. This War Chief is pretty massive for 5. Like, it has 2 very relevant abilities, and it's gigantic on its own. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack into his 3/5 with my 5/4 here. I know that this is one of my better cards. It's going to get silenced. But it's still a 5/4. So let's just go ahead and... Oh, I guess he trades it with a 4/5 this time. It's kind of unfortunate. I have no way to do 1 extra point of damage to this. I can't play Staff of Stories. Not that I want to. Yeah, let's just go ahead and offer the trade with this 4/5 here. He's thinking about a trick. No, no trick. We'll just trade. I don't get to spark this thing, but is it better than playing? I suspect a deck like this will have weapons. I think green and black both has a lot of weapons. I don't want to use this yet. Let's just go ahead and do this. I missed the stun, so I don't get to mitigate 3 damage this turn, but I think it's better to play it than not have it in play. Holy crap, my opponent has a good deck. Gosh, how do I beat this thing? That's gross. Alright, let's go for broke here. That makes me kind of sad. Alright, well, let's do 1 to hit this and 1 to this. We threw away a 3/6. Well, we traded 3 cards for 1 card. It's really sad. Yeah, we'll play this. This is going to encourage him not to attack. Taking 6 damage per turn is a little too much. I'd rather lose the value of... Oh, no. He still comes in. So he has a blocker then. Ooh, a very good blocker. Alright, alright. Now we're talking. I can kill something. What do I kill? I think I kill the flyer just because I have less ways to get rid of it. Although this becomes a 4/6 lifesteal deadly, that's really hard to beat. So if I kill this, His flyer kills me next turn. It becomes a 4/4 flyer. I don't think there's too many things in my deck that can kill a 4/4 flyer, especially because I've already used my mortar. I have a gun down. The gun down will kill the 4/4 flyer, but the gun down will not kill a 4/6 Steward of the Past. Although, if I shoot down the 3/3, I can actually chump block and keep a 3/3 weapon in play. But a 3/3 weapon is not going to kill either of these things. Alright, let's just kill the Steward here and lose my hammer. I'm not in good shape. I need double time here. I mean, double blue. Primal. Really bad shape. Yep, 4/4 flying lifesteal. He's gonna attack with both, and I'm gonna take 6. Oh, if he doesn't attack, that means he doesn't have another unit, so he's keeping that to block. Is this good enough? I guess I have to play it. This becomes a 5/5 next turn, but I'm going down to 6 life. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, I'm so dead. My opponent draws 3 cards here, or 2 cards. And I'm taking... Oh, okay. I'll take it. But very few things can save me here. I need a gun down. Definitely don't need my second Shadow Sigil. Alright, that's good games. Is there any way for me to win this game? I don't think so. I feel like I got a little bit of power screwed there on the Primal, but honestly, my opponent's deck is pretty crazy good. Even with the Torgoth in play, I'm not entirely sure that would have won me the game. So maybe it wouldn't have changed the outcome. But who knows. Game number 3. Luminator. This hand would be pretty sweet if I have anything I can play before turn 4. This is too slow. I do love these powerful late game cards though. Okay, this is doable. 3, 4, and 5. The Echo Yetis. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's a good turn 3 play as well. I still think I played this Yeti first over that. Because an off chance my opponent has a spell, it's a pretty big tempo swing to lose that. This blocks perfectly fine. Okay, it's a 3 power 4/3. It's quite good. I do need something to block that. I guess that's the job for one of these Yetis, which are pretty worthless on their own, but very good for blocking. That unit right there. Ooh, my opponent's got a pretty nice curve. Alright, alright. Things are looking on an up and up. Let's just go ahead and... I don't actually think I have anything that I want to filter. My hand's pretty decent. I'm not lacking anything, so I don't want to play the Sergeant just yet. Let's just go ahead and play the other Yeti Troublemaker. All of these units are very expendable, so if my opponent has a removal spell, I would rather he use it up on one of these crappy units before I put out the really good units. That is still okay. That's somewhat problematic because I can't kill it with all of my units, so I'll take the 4. But that one I can still block. Alright, now what do? I think I'm gonna go ahead and play the... The problem with the War Chief, I pumps their attack, but I still can't block this 4/4, which is pretty annoying. The Stampede Driver doesn't help that much. I guess it helps because the 3/5 actually blocks the 4/4, but I don't feel like pumping either of these units because they suck. I'd rather wait to pump the Slope Sergeant. I'm going to cast a Slope Sergeant, by the way. I'm going to play the War Chief first, and then bond out the Sergeant. I'm going to discard one of these Primal Sigils for sure. Yep, I'll discard this, and I think at this point, I don't need this 4/4 Pioneer. It's not that powerful anymore. And I'm just going to go ahead and swing, because why not? Yeah. It's hard for him to attack me back, so I'll be okay. If he attacks with a 5/4, I'm actually just going to take it. because I can crack back for way more damage. So unless he has a very good blocker, he's probably not going to attack with both his units. Huh. Well, I'm wrong on that one. Because I can crack back for more damage than he can do. So he needs a very good blocker. Like a Nocturnal Creeper, for example, will hold me back. Sand Viper will hold me back. Maybe a bunch of 3/5s will hold me back. Sure. I'll take that 6. Yep. So that makes a lot more sense. He's going to hold that back because he doesn't want to get hit by this. Alright, so I have a lot of options here. I can play 2 units this turn, but I do want to start cracking back and doing some damage to him. I also want to draw some cards because I need a way to kill this. Let's crack back with these 3. If he blocks this one, I throw it away, but he takes 9 damage. No, I think 2 is fine. Sure, we make that trade. Oh, oops! I attacked with the wrong unit. I meant to attack with the Bond Surgeon and not the War Chief, but they look kind of the same, so I got them mixed up. Well, that was very unfortunate. That makes me very unhappy. They're both just so white and fluffy, and they both have a touch of red to them, and they were both 5/4. Oh man. That was a critical error on my part. I just lost so much damage, and potentially if I draw a gun down... Oh, actually I can't kill this with a gun down anyway, because it has quick draw. Surprisingly relevant, that special ability. Let's go for broke here. Let's make the Targov a little bit stronger. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with everything. If he hits me for 6, I go to 8. Oh, he's down to 2. See, if the Slope Sergeant was still in, if the Iceberg War Chief was still in play, I would have won this turn. Ah, so stupid. That was so embarrassing. How many of you guys are screaming at me in the comments right now? Yeah, I'm gonna go all in. He's a 2. Any one of these go through, he dies. There's no way of gaining life, right? That doesn't help. Alright, Yeti's got there, despite my pretty terrible misplay. That was so bad. Oh, embarrassing. Alright, next game. Game number 4. Flash. Hey, this name is really familiar. Is this the same guy that did all of the statistics from draft comp on Reddit? If it is, respect. I think I'll mulligan this hand. I have a lot of blue cards in this deck, a lot of 2/3 blue drops. And the fact that I don't have blue scares me quite a bit. Yeah, this hand seems okay. Is, I think, slightly better than the last one, even though I do have a turn 2 Blink Wolf, and this one, I don't have any turn 2 plays. The good news is I went first. What is this, constructed? Oh man, yeah, he's gonna get some free Warcry triggers. Ah, no turn 2, where were you? If I had this last turn, I could play this turn. That would have been gross. But as it is, we'll play up this first because I tend to block his 2/1. Whereas if I play this, I don't really want to block with it because I want to bond this out. So, yeah. Yeah. I think I'll make this attack. Because now I don't actually need the Fearless Yeti. I can play the Slope Surgeon off of the Wild Rider instead. So I will block. Unless he kills it. Okay, so he makes the attack. Now I don't know if I want to make the trade, because next turn I attack him back, I play the Cyclops, I can just kill it with a Snowball for free. And blocking now is kind of pointless because he already has the Warcry trigger, and that's what you really want to prevent, the Warcry trigger. But since it already happened, might as well just do this. My opponent is in trouble here. Yeah, I'll take that 6 power. No. Oh, wait! Huge mistake. I don't have double primal. Oh no, that's a terrible mistake. How did I not notice that? Ooh, bad. I should have kept that Fire Scissor, shouldn't I? Because I can play the Molten Fist. But then again, any power lets me play the Molten Fist, so I'd rather just have a higher chance of drawing into my second Primal. Hey, this is 2 games in a row where the lack of Primal has kind of hurt me. This is 3 Warcry triggers that he's picked up. Now I can't kill it with... now I can't kill it with the Snowball. This is kind of frustrating. Whatever, let's just attack him. He's getting pretty low in health, so I'm actually okay keeping that on top. Play this, get a Snowball. We're doing a lot of damage to him. I would suspect that unless he plays a lot of blockers, he can't even attack anymore. Because if he attacks me, I'll just take 6 and swing back and kill him. Even if he has 1 giant unit, I can still swing back. He can only block my biggest unit and take 10 damage, and I snowball him to death. And I have a Molten Fist in my hand. Yeah, at this point, my plan is to race. I'm not even going to block anymore. The time for blocking has long passed. Yep, I have Letho on board, and I have Letho even if he plays 1 blocker. He needs to play 2 blockers to not lose this game. He blocks one of the 4. Yeah, you know what? Let's just attack. Pretty sure he's dead here. These color combinations don't have way to gain life. No, that's lethal. You can't do that. That's lethal. He has to block one of the 4 attack units. Oh no! Oh, that trick just owned me. What do I do now? Oh, that trick is really hurt. Do I need this? Do I need this? He's really close to dead. Do I need this? I think I have enough stuff going on that I'm going to bin this. No, I'll keep it. I like card draw. I like card draw. So, first things first, I want to go ahead and shoot this with a snowball so it dies. That's critically important. Then in that case, I have no power left to do anything else. We'll just play a 2-2 and block his 6-2 here. If he attacks me, these things do not... These things are stunned for 1 more turn. That's kind of scary. Yeah, these things are stunned for 1 more full turn, so I do have to block here. Oh, jeez. I'm dead to a torch or some kind of combat trick like Rampage. Oh, jeez. It doesn't have Overwhelm, which is the good news. So, what do I do? I can play the Slope Sergeant for full cost, and I have 2 blockers, but I die to any removal spell. But if I played the Staff, I'm actually just straight up dead, right? No, I go to 1. I'm still dead to removal spell. The only safest play is to play the Molten Fist and actually kill his 5-3 here, and chump block that. Because this can never get Overwhelm, whereas this could pick up Overwhelm. And I think that's the safest. But I still die to a removal spell, so nothing I do prevents me from getting killed by a removal spell. So if that's the case, I'm actually just going to play... I don't want to exhaust this, I just want to play it. Yeah, I think this is my best... What? Okay, I think this is actually my best bet. Because all 3 plays dies to removal. Whereas this one, I actually put another threat onto the table. Okay, well, so that's most unfortunate. Wow, I got so destroyed by that Flash Freeze. Wow, I have such good cards in my hand too. Man, that one turn where I thought I had Primal and I didn't block his 6-2. No, I didn't block his I didn't block his Ronin has cost me the game. I thought I could kill it with a snowball. I didn't have Primal, and then I can never kill it because it's a 6-2. And then I decided to race him, and I lost the race. Wow, that's just a whole series of decisions that has caused the game to spiral out of control. And that's entirely on me. The fact that I missed, I don't have double Primo, is 100% my fault. But the decision to race versus blocking, I wonder if that was a mistake. I would be really curious to go back and review to see if that was a strategic mistake. Because I felt like because he has no other threats and I have like 4 units on the table, I thought racing was for sure the best way to win. But Flash Freeze is a card that I never play around because I just don't think a lot of people use it. I wonder if things would have been different if I had been more careful and I simply started blocking. But here's the problem though. Based on what we saw from his deck, if I started blocking and trading, he would have cast a Sindog, which was a 7/4 flyer, which I couldn't kill. And he would have played an 8/9 Cannon Bear, which I also couldn't beat. So I think racing was the correct call. It was just really unlucky that he has both the Violent Gust and the Flash Freeze, both of the cards which he needed to kill me. I think I stand by that. So that was an interesting game. I really like reviewing things that happen in the game and kind of learn from my mistakes to analyze the situation and see if I could have done any better. I think this is one of the most important things we all have to do post-game to become a better player, rather than simply blaming things like bad draws, power screws, power floods. Those things are kind of out of our control, so we want to focus on improving the areas where it is within our control. Anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, game number 5. Potentially our last game. We're 2-2 with a deck that I think is actually pretty decent. But we played against a couple of opponents that had very good cards in their decks. So that has led us to this uncomfortable spot. Wow, this hand is so good if I draw power. Wow, it's so good. I have 3 chances to draw power. Let's keep that, because on 2 and 3, this deck hand is looking pretty sexy. Oh, there's our first miss. Although we do need to draw consecutive power, so maybe that's not so good. But here, let's just do that. Next turn we can definitely go in for 2, because we can ally it. And yes, oh, my opponent appears to have missed his power drop. So that is most unfortunate for Mr. Scale here. Oh no, my opponent is so screwed. Because my hand is just amazing. I just drew running power, power, power. Everything I needed for this hand to be amazing. I think it's time for a concession. Yep. Jeez. What a lucky draw on my part. And what an unlucky draw on my opponent's part. Alright. Next game then. Okay, game number 6. 4 power, turn 3, turn 4 play. Yep, this hand's quite good. I would love to have a 2-drop, but a turn 3 drop is not too bad. I just have to hope that my opponent doesn't have a super fast and aggressive start. So if he doesn't play a 2-drop here, I'm in good shape. And he doesn't. I am drawing a little bit, maybe too many power sources though. I just drew running power, power on a 4-power hand. I am at risk of being flooded, but wait. Oh, I thought I had the Slope Sergeant. The Slope Sergeant would be a great way to get myself out of a power flood. My opponent might be influence screwed here, actually. Oh, okay. Fair enough. 1 card for 1 card trade. He's playing mono black. Maybe. Okay, we'll play the 3/3 first. Hopefully we can attack him next turn, and then spark this thing and just shoot that for 1 before it becomes too problematic. This card does end up becoming really problematic if you let it sit there for too long. Yep. I think my opponent's influence screwed out, actually. I think it's unlikely that he's playing mono black. That would make 2 opponents in a row getting screwed on power related issues. Let's see if we're right here. Let's see if he plays a second faction. If he doesn't play anything at all, then I think he's definitely power screwed. Okay. Sure. Let's swing in for 5. Yeah, we'll play the 3/6 with no value. That's fine. We have two very good removal spells in our hand, so unless he plays a very, very powerful unit, we should be fine. Ah, time to tell if he's got two colors. He does! Okay, so he's finally drawn out of his color screwed here. Most unfortunate for my opponent. 3/3, 2/2. I think if I pump this, I can swing with everything. He blocks one of them and takes 6, or I can simply kill it. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill it. Because this unit is a very good blocker, so it'll always be a good blocker. So over the course of the next 3 or 4 turns, it'll potentially mitigate 6, 9 damage. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just play this. What we'll do here is just make this bigger into a 3/3 and swing with everything, and basically all 3 of these units kill him. And he basically has to block one of them and take 6 and go to 4. And then on the following turn, I have a burn spell and 3 attackers, and he's pretty much going to lose. Barring anything very strange. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I have 0 Yetis, even though my deck is full of Yetis. So the slush number is only a 3/3, which is kind of silly. But it wasn't much of a game because my opponent got power screwed. So 2 games won from power-related issues. Hey, Spifferific. Can't pronounce his name, but I played against this guy quite a few times in Masters. Wow, this hand. 2-drop, 2-drop. Looking sexy. And I'm second. I have 3 turns to draw into any other power. I think I'll be pretty happy. So, let's try it. Come on, power. I mean, the best power would be probably fire followed by another primal. But primal is more than welcome here. He's hitting me for 3, but I'll be swinging in for 4 very soon. And any other power I draw, I can play this and this. So I think the racing plan is not a bad one. But he is coming out of the gates hot, though. Need to find a way to block these things at some point. He's got another spell that he can play that costs 1, and he's not sure if he wants to use it. What could it be? It's a 1 power spell in these colors that he's choosing not to use. I wonder what that could be. The Affliction, -2, -1 curse. Oh well. Maybe he's all tapped and forgot to end his turn. Yeah, so next turn we play the Yeti, swing in for 2. We take 5 though, so we go to 17. And on the following turn, if we draw a power, if we're lucky to draw a power, we can play the Slush Dumper, or we can even bond out the Slope Surgeon, which will make a really good blocker. Ooh, talk about perfect draws. Alright, let's swing in for 2. Yep, the game plan is still to race, because a 4 attack in the air is really hard to race against, where I will very soon have a bunch of little units to block these ones. So I think it's I mean, we are behind in the race by quite a bit right now, but I think it's okay. Ooh, that thing is huge. That can be problematic. So I played this for 4. I can't bond this into play this turn. The Slope Surgeon. Do I want to draw 2 cards right now? My hand is actually pretty good, so I'm not super incentivized to draw. If I play this as a 3/3, he can't attack with the 2/2. He'll attack with this for 7. And then I activate this, making it into a 6/6. And then I can block the 4/4 as well. Alternatively, I play the Slope Surgeon, and that would discourage him from attacking with anything except for the 4/4, which I can block. But there's nothing that I really want to get rid of because my hand's pretty good. This is a really tough turn. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play the Slush Dumper here. And I'm going to attack with one of these. Because what's happening is if he attacks me with everything, I will eat his 2/2, and I would actually make the trade for his 3/2 at this point. I'm taking too much damage. This deck is very good. It's very aggressive. Very high stats units for its cost. Yep, so, okay. As expected, 2 comes in. I'll make this trade. That also means my Slush Dumper will be weaker if I activate his ultimate, but I think that's fine. I don't want to take too much damage. Yep. Next turn, the Slope Surgeon can trade with this, and then he puts the +1/+1 on one of these other units. Not a big deal. Actually, I'm really close to doing two things in the same turn here. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I swing for 3. I'm not even gonna block it. I'm just gonna take 4 and go to 9. I feel like I can take that 4 more damage because on the following turn, when I play this and this in the same turn, he's not gonna be able to attack me anymore. I also don't want to play into any kind of tricks, and I think he has tricks. He definitely has a 1 power spell that he's not yet cast. Oh no, this is now 12 drop. I'm never gonna cast it. He's actually probably thinking about the Staff of Stories because Staff of Stories is a lot of card advantage here. But if he does that, I'm just gonna discard it. I'm never gonna play it. So seems okay to me. Yeah, let's just go ahead and exhaust this unit. Because I'm not gonna block with it. This card's too good. I'll discard the Staff of Stories and a power. I'll play this, and I swing in for 3 in the air still, and I can play out my entire hand. So now my opponent has no more attacks, and I'm hitting him for 3 in the air every turn, which is quite nice. And my units are actually much bigger than his, so I have a lot of profitable attacks. So he has a trick. This is what it's telling me is he has a trick. What am I willing to sacrifice here? Yeah, we'll double block this. If he has a trick, I will lose both of those units, but we'll take the 3 from that. It's fine. Because next turn, when I activate the Slush Dubber, I should be able to hold back anything he has. And of course, this draws out his trick, and presumably he won't have another one. He has no Valkyries. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Bam. And we'll swing in with the 8/7 here. So let's see what he has to block with it. So to kill the 8/7, he needs to do 7 damage. That's 1, 2, 3. He needs to block with 3 of any 4 units. And then with 8 damage, I can kill this one and this one. And I can rock slide another one. Yeah, this is a really good trade for me. Let's just go in. Oh wait, this does 2 damage to 2 enemies because of the War Chief. Oh man, I got these things mixed up last time, and I got them mixed up again this time. Yeah, so that's amazing. I can kill both of these units with the Rock Slide. So if he quadruple blocks me, I can kill everything on his board except the 3/4. That's pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. He was really afraid of a trick, so he decided to just sack a unit for it. But we're getting pretty close to killing him here. He needs to either make an Alpha Strike this turn or make an Alpha Strike next turn because he's out of time. This A7 trumps everything he has. But he has very poor attacks. I mean, I put the 5/4 in front of the 3/4 and the 5/4 in front of the 2/4, and I can Rock Slide the 2/2, and that's it. He hits me for 4, so unless he has a trick, he loses. And if I want to be really safe, I can just throw the Slope Surgeon in front of the 4/4 here. That might be what I do. If he attacks with everything, I throw the 5/4 in front of here, I put the 5/4 in front of the 3/4, and then I'm pretty sure he'll lose this game on the crackback. So this is not a fast spell because he's thinking about playing it before combat or playing it after combat. Yep, I'll play it safe and just throw the Slope Surgeon in front of it. Let's not do that mistake again and lose my Iceberg War Chief. In this game, I think it's going to really matter. Oh, doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with everything here. Oh, actually, he just chumps this with 1/1, and that's it. That seems like a bad plan, actually. Wow, this is actually kind of tough. So what I can do is I can Rock Slide both the 2/2 and the 1/1 and attack with everything. In which case, he has to block both of these or he dies, right? So yeah, he has to block both or he dies, and no matter how he blocks, it's a trade. So yeah, this is fine. Yeah, so the 4-5 trades with my 5-4. The 2-4 dies to the 8-7. He takes 3, and he has nothing left on board, and I have 2 giant units. This game is in the bag. Yeah, there's no other way he can make this block. Yep, and that leaves him with nothing, and me with a 7-6 and a 2-2. Oh, a 7-7, even bigger. Yes, alright, that was an exciting game. There were a lot of different decisions that could be made and different things I could have done throughout the game. And I think the biggest mistake my opponent made was that he actually increased double the cost of the Staff of Stories, which takes a really long time to come online. If I had played it and not expand my board, he could have possibly attacked into it and killed it. And the game gets more drawn out. But the Slope Surgeon immediately gave me 2 fresh cards, discarded 2 useless cards, and put a sizable body on the board, which really helped stabilize the board position. Yeah. And I feel like my opponent has seen my hand, right? Because the card allows him to see my entire hand. I think... Yeah, I think the correct play was to make the Slope Sergeant more expensive. But then again, I don't know what's in my opponent's hand, so don't really want to judge him for that. That was a really fun game, though. Let's see, 3-drop, 4-drop. Well, 3-drop. But this 3-drop takes double primal. But I'm first. Yeah, hey, this is guys on my friends list. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. This hand is doable. I would love to draw into a 2-drop or 1 more primal sigil, but there it is. Jeez, another turn 1 Oni Ronin. I'm very afraid of this card, especially when I have nothing to do. So on my next turn, I play a 1-4. It's unlikely that he can kill a 1-4, so I should be able to halt his Warcry here. But that's not a bad 4-drop. But he's got a ramp here, and also fixes his power. Opponent's off to an amazing start. Both of these are very good turn 1 and turn 2 plays. So this is gonna be a wow. This is gonna be a tough battle. Yep, I will take 4, and he gets another Warcry. But I think the 3-2 Troublemaker is gonna do an admirable job blocking his 4-3 here. Yep, and he's not gonna block. He wants his unit here, so this becomes a 2-4, which is quite good for me. Yeah, let's just throw a chump blocker in the way of his Oni. His Oni is significantly better than this piece of crap 3-2, so I don't think he'll attack me. Cryptic Edgings, I love this card. Kudos to my opponent for drafting it, and to his fairly aggressive deck, because it is a very good card. So here, I don't want to attack because he just eats it for free. Let's play both cards in the same turn, because what that'll allow me to do is next turn I can attack him with this and spark the Jotun here if I draw power, which is pretty good. Please don't have a very good spell. Like if he has a torch, for example, he torches this and burns that. That would be pretty miserable. Oh yeah, so he has a trick. So the trick is going to kill this. So might as well just block and see what he does with the trick. Oh, he doesn't. He's straight up just trading it for no value. Okay, that's a good card, but he's stuck on 5. I wonder if there's a reason for killing his Trailmaker here. This 3-2 is super expendable here at this point. So let's just go ahead and attack him. More than happy to trade with any of his units. Although the 3-2 does make this a little bit larger in size. But let's play this. He can't attack me. The 3-1 gets killed by the 2-4, and the 2-1 gets killed by the 3-3. And this gives me the option of ultimating it, making it into a 6-6. And that would be pretty large, and I think that would help me end the game. But most likely, though, I'll just play the Troublemaker, making it so that I can make it into a 7-7. And he's scouting for a better hand. Okay, that can be problematic, except that I have a mortar, so that's very good for me. I don't think he'll attack me here because I crack back for way more damage. I think this is just a very good blocker at this point. Yep, I agree. He agrees. Let's just go ahead and burn that out so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And he's not going to block, so he takes 7. Because he's stalled on power here, and because he has a card that like to use up his power, he wants to keep all the power that he has. A 5/3 Echo Overwhelm. Wow, that's a pretty fat unit to have Overwhelm on. Alright, that is still okay. We will... Well, first of all, let's do that. And let's do that. And we're going to offer him the trade here. We are definitely more aggressive than he is. And offering him to trade on the attack means that he won't overwhelm us for damage. So I think that is okay. Yep. I am throwing a card away, and I'm weakening the ability of the Slush Dupper. But I have enough things to do for the next few turns. I'm not just going to build up my board to do 1 extra damage with this and grow it 1 extra, in size. So I think this is fine. Here, we're just going to swing for 4. Very easy here. And we're just going to go ahead and stun his 6/5. And have basically a kill on board. Because I can do 4 in the air, and I can do 4 with this ultimate. And then I can attack him with them as well. So, no. It's got a big unit. Oh. This thing is so good. Alright, it only costs 4 to ultimate, so let's just go ahead and do this. We'll ultimate him, and then swing in. Oh no, it's not big enough. Wow, that thing is huge. Ugh. Alright. And he needs to kill 3 flying units, and I don't think there's anything in these colors that can do it. So, good game. Sweet. We're now 6-2, coming from a very shaky and rocky start of 2-2 in the beginning against 2 very strong opponents with powerful decks. But then we won 2 games where our opponents got power screwed, and then we had 2 very good games with a lot of interaction, so that was really fun. Alright, final game. Win or lose, this is the final game. Perfect curve, all 2 drops. Yes, please. Oh yeah, turn 2 Yeti into turn 3 Yeti flyer, a wind flyer is just excellent. That's 4 damage to turn in the air, and then these things can hold up the ground for a couple of turns. Really, really good hand here. I can play everything in my hand, perfect map power. Couldn't ask for more. Let's not draw any more sigils until we draw into like a 3 or 4 or 5 drop, shall we? Because flooding out is one way to lose this game. Oh, perfect. All right. My opponent didn't do anything on turn 2, so that's excellent. In the last draft format, I find that there are very few times where opponents don't do anything on turn 2 because the format was pretty aggressive, and if you don't have a bunch of turn 2 plays, you do end up getting overwhelmed. But in this most recent format with Dusk Road, I find that a lot of games, people don't do anything into turn 3, and the format has really slowed down. So I think there's a room for a hyper-aggressive all 1/2 drop tempo kind of an all-in aggro deck to be good. But my opponent's army of 3/3s here is trumping my army of 2/2s. Alright. So we're gonna block the Crown Watch Deserter if he attacks. But if he puts a weapon onto this thing, stuns it, attacks me for like 8 or 9 damage, we're in some trouble here. Yep. That's 8 damage. We are losing this race. Alright. But we're still gonna attack. There's no way I'm gonna hold back here. I guess the question is, what do I play at this point? The 1/4 actually blocks his 3/3 admirably, but if I play 2 of these units, I can double block and actually kill one of his units, which I think is pretty nice. But I think I'd rather kill the 3/3 more than I want to kill the 5/4. I'm okay taking 5 damage, but I'm less okay giving him more Warcry triggers. So I think I'll play this and this. The idea here is I'll double block the 3/3 and cross my fingers that he doesn't have a trick. Because the Finest Hour completely blows me out. Alright. We can get rid of this Aegis with a Snowball, but I don't think I need to. Oh no, this is not great. So he still get the Warcry trigger, and I'm still taking 5. Alright, but at the very least, I think the hip shot, I believe the hip shot came out of his hand, not on top of his deck, so at least he doesn't get that, right? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Bad news bears. Whew. Alright. Attack with this, I can shoot it to finish it off with a snowball, but that's not even amazing because he gains a lot of life. And then I play both of these cards. Yeah, I think I have to do that. This race is looking really bad for me, by the way. He's picking up Warcry triggers, he's got lifesteal. I'm throwing things away. This is gonna be rough. I'm still going to double block this 3-3 if I'm given the opportunity. I'll block it with the 1-4 and the 2-1, and I'll still take 5 and go to 4, and hope to find a way to address this later. Die to a strength of many? Yep, I am super screwed. My opponent has a very, very, very good deck. I love this kind of decks that has just a bunch of early game units and then just a bunch of pumps and tricks. I think this is exactly how you win games. I'm gonna have to sit back and basically I'll have to double block and kill both his units, and once again get completely destroyed by any kind of a trick here. Man, I lost so many cards to his few cards. No, 5-5. Yep, I'm screwed. I can't beat this 5-5. I have to chump block it. If I had drawn a power, the Molten Fist would have been pretty sweet, but at this point it's a chump block, and he's still picking up more Warcry triggers. It's also amazing that my opponent managed to pick up so many Crown Watch. What? Did I not block? Did I not click on block? No, didn't I click on block? I swore I blocked. Oh no. I mean, I think I'm lose this game anyway. But you never know. What if I drew a power, I Molten Fist at 5-5, and then I have the Rock Slide for his next threat? And then I live. No, how did that happen? Ah. I always get in trouble from clicking too fast. There are so many games where I meant to attack with things and then I didn't attack, and in this game I meant to block with things and I didn't block. Oh dear. Well, that was bad. We lost the game, but you know, win or lose, that was the last game. I think I was heavily disfavored to win that game. Well, that's a really weird way of saying it. My opponent was heavily favored to win that game anyway. He has 2 more cards in his hand, and I have nothing left in my hand. So, and of course, even if I chump blocked, if he plays another threat, I still lose, because with the Molten Fist, I can kill the 5-5, but I wouldn't be able to kill anything else that he played. So, and of course, if I don't draw the power, I will still lose. So there's just way too many ways for me to lose that game. So chances are I would have lost, but I still don't know that. And it's unfortunate that I screwed up, and we will never find out. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That was my second draft. 6-3, not too horrible. This deck is pretty sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and keep your eyes open for more videos. Thanks.